I gotta hand it to the NFL. When they set their mind to do something, they do it. And by hook or crook, the NFL was gonna have the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Chiefs Sunday. And they did it. And they went so far as to bring in a substitute referee crew. Rob, what's his name? Tolbert, whatever his name was, came in and just said, I will do it, NFL. I will ruin this game for the Chiefs. And that's exactly what he did. He ruined that game. That NFL crew, that was one of the worst officiated games I've ever seen. And I saw the game in 2017 against the Titans, where Jeff Triplett had to retire because he was so bad at that game. He retired in shame the day after that game. And now the NFL pulls this. Come on, guys. Come on, be better. Be better. That was such a poorly officiated game. Every third down play for the Bengals, the referees seemed to bail the Bengals out. And if it wasn't the referees doing it, it was Steve Spagnuolo. Wow, between Steve Spagnuolo calling the worst game I've ever seen since Bob Sutton on defense, and the NFL officiating having the worst game that I've ever seen an NFL crew have, that was embarrassing. The NFL should be ashamed of themselves, but they don't care. They don't care. The referees, they don't care. They have no shame. They don't care that they ruined the product of the NFL. It doesn't matter. They don't care that they embarrass themselves on national TV. They don't care, which sucks because they should. And they ruined the game for the Chiefs. The Chiefs had home field advantage if they would have won this game. They would have had home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Why? Why did the NFL decide to step in on this and screw the Chiefs over? What did the Chiefs do to the NFL for them to do this? And no one's going to talk about that because everybody's talking about Antonio Brown having a breakdown. But the NFL officiating is the biggest problem this NFL season. Was bad. Every call they made, Romo was going, well, that's a bad call. And for those of you who are saying, well, the Chiefs only scored 3 points in the second half. Yeah, you know why? It's because they weren't getting bailed out by the referees like the Bengals were. You don't think the Bengals were holding or doing defensive pass interference? Of course they weren't. It wasn't getting called. They were holding Hill and Kelsey all game. By the way, those guys, Hill and Kelsey, great runners after the catch, but they really struggle actually catching the football. It's frustrating. That was a frustrating game. The Chiefs should have never lost that game. And the officials should have never officiated that game. Those officials should have never officiated the game. An investigation needs to happen, but it won't because the NFL actually wants this. So, NFL should be ashamed of themselves for that nonsense. That was complete and utter garbage. What the NFL put out there with their referee crew out there, the substitute officials. I don't know. Whatever, man. Whatever. It's embarrassing. All those people should be fired. Every one of those crew members should be fired. But yeah, I think they're doing the Cowboys game on Saturday night. They all should be fired. If I was that bad at my job, I would have been fired. Heck, I have been fired for being bad at my job.